Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about dupes. I haven't put out a dupe video in a while. I'm so excited. I spent all night last night digging through my collection and trying to find dupes for high-end and very popular products. So most of the dupes that I found are drugstore products, but I do have a few dupes or alternatives that are around the same price or a little bit cheaper that are more for people who are having a hard time getting their hands on something and it's just an alternative, or say someone doesn't like a certain brand and they want to find something similar from somewhere else. I also have a couple of those options in here. So here are all my dupes and combinations behind me. If you want to see what I found, then just keep watching. So I probably could find a million more dupes in my collection, but today I'm sticking to lip products and also highlighters. And that's because that's what I have the most of. I do have a lot of eyeshadow, but most of my eyeshadow is high-end palettes. I do have a few drugstore single eyeshadows, but I haven't compared them to any of my eyeshadow palettes. If that's something that you want to see, I can do that in the future. But this video is going to be focused on lip products and highlighters. So I want to start off with the lip products. So I'm going to start off with the products that are on my lips today. The bottom lip is the high-end product and my top lip is the cheaper alternative. So on my bottom lip, I'm wearing LipLand 50-50. LipLand has one of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas, and they also have the Rezy collection. So 50-50 is not part of the Rezy collection, so this is originally $18.99. I do have a coupon code with LipLand, so if you are interested in any LipLand products, you can use my code Kendall and get 25% off. So that brings this to around $15, but I do have an alternative, and my alternative is ColourPop's Ultra Matte Liquid Lip in the shade Midi. This is one of the first liquid lipsticks that I ever purchased, and this is obviously cheap. It's ColourPop. ColourPop's Midi costs $6, and then if this one is $15 with my code, it's still a third of the cost of the LipLand one. So I am going to swatch these for you guys, but as you can see on my lips, there's virtually no difference in the color of these products. This one is LipLand 50-50 and this is ColourPop Midi. As you can see, the ColourPop formula is a little bit more liquidy and it's a tiny bit lighter in color, but once they're dry, there's virtually no difference once you put these on your lips. So my next dupe is for a very popular product. This one is not dead on, but it's very, very similar. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this product is not a drugstore dupe. This is a high-end dupe for another product. So the product I'm going to show you a dupe for is Kylie Cosmetics So Cute Lip Gloss. So you guys know Kylie Cosmetics is pretty hard to get your hands on. Right now she is doing better with stocking more product, but this is still pretty hard to get your hands on. It's $15 and I did pay $8.75 for shipping for this. So that ends up being $24. I do have a dupe for it, but it is around the same price as the $15 price point. So I have a dupe, and my dupe is Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Gloss in Butterscotch. So the Anastasia lip gloss costs $16. So without the shipping, it's more expensive, but Anastasia does have free shipping over a certain amount of money, and you can pick this up in store if you want to. So this is just an option if you're looking for something that's easier access, and it is a little bit more affordable. And if you are skeptical about the Kylie Cosmetics brand and shipping and everything, you can, of course, go for the alternative. I do love both of these products. The Kylie lip gloss has such a good smell. It smells like candy, but I love the Anastasia smell even more. The Anastasia lip gloss smells like cupcakes and vanilla, and I really prefer vanilla. I don't know why, I just love the vanilla scent. The Kylie lip kits do have vanilla scent, but the lip gloss has a kind of candy scent to it. I'm not really sure what I would describe it as, but I'm going to swatch these on the back of my hand for you. So here they are. This right here is So Cute, and this is Butterscotch. You can see there is a little bit of a tone difference between the two. The Kylie Cosmetics is more of a pure nude color, and there's a little bit more pink in the Anastasia Butterscotch. But again, they are very similar. I also really love the quality of both of these lip glosses. They're very pigmented and they're very thick. They're not very sticky and they last very long for a lip gloss. So I do recommend both of these if you're interested. So next up are some very surprising dupes. These are 3 colors that are very similar in my opinion. 2 of them are high-end and 1 of them is drugstore. So it's kind of that alternative type thing if you want one high-end over the other, or if you want the drugstore dupe for both of them, you kind of can just choose what you want to use. So the first and most expensive product is by LipLand again. This is part of the Rezy collection, so my coupon code does not apply to this color. So this shade is going to be $19 no matter what. I'm pretty sure you can't use any coupon codes on these. So this is the most expensive, and it's also very popular. The next color that is high end but a little bit cheaper if you use my code is by OFRA Cosmetics. This is another collaboration, and this is with Manny MUA. So this is Aries out of his collection. So if you really want Aries, you can use my code for OFRA and you can get 30% off of this. So that brings it down to $14. And then I have a drugstore dupe for the both of them, and this is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Athens. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch all three of these colors so you can see how they compare. So please keep in mind that these all dry down to a matte finish, and once they dry down, they do look a little bit more similar. But as you can tell, they are all very close in shade. So this one is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Athens. This is Rezy by LipLand, and this is Aries by OFRA. So next up we have a dupe for one of my favorite lipsticks ever, and I'm so happy to find this dupe. So this is Ashton by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is $20. I've used this in so many videos and you guys always love it. You compliment me on it, and I did a caramel makeup tutorial surrounding this color, so this really is one of my favorite colors ever. So the dupe for Ashton is from OFRA Cosmetics. This is a liquid lipstick in the shade Americano. So again, these would be the same price, both $20, unless you use my OFRA discount code, and that will bring this down to $14. So if you want to get a dupe for Ashton, you know where to look, and I'm going to swatch these for you so you can see how they compare. And I should have mentioned this in the beginning of the video, but I will have all of these products that I mentioned linked in the description box below as usual. So here they are. Here is Ashton and Americano. As you can see, Americano is very, very slightly more red toned. And if you were to ask me to choose between these two lipsticks, it would be like choosing between children. I love them both. These two formulas are my all-time favorite formulas. So if you ever wanted to know which liquid lipsticks I love the most, Anastasia and OFRA. Another thing to keep in mind, to my knowledge, Anastasia's liquid lipsticks do not have any scent. It doesn't smell bad, it doesn't smell chemically, it just doesn't really smell. And then OFRA, again, OFRA has the most amazing vanilla scent. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. It's cheaper and it smells more amazing. Even still, I can't tell you not to go get Ashton, but if you can't go get Ashton, go get Americano. Okay, so I had another lipstick dupe, but it didn't quite work out. It wasn't as similar as I wanted it to be to show you it and tell you it's a dupe, but I will tell you what it was in case you want to check it out for yourself. It was the Kat Von D Lolita 2 compared to the NYX Liquid Suede Lipstick, I think that's what they're called, in Soft Spoken, but they were not very similar. They were a similar color, but they had very different undertones. Lolita was more of a red-based color, and then the NYX one was more of a cool tone, so they just weren't close enough for my liking to show you guys. So we're going to move on to my highlighter dupes, and I have some crazy highlighter dupes for you guys. The first highlighter dupe, and the craziest highlighter dupe, is going to be for, are you ready? The BECCA Cosmetics and Jaclyn Hill Prosecco Pop. Yes, the limited edition golden highlighter that everyone is going to freak out and cry about when it's gone because so many people are obsessed with it, and Jaclyn has said so many times it's never coming back. This is crazy. Everyone freaked out about it. I'm sure you've heard about it. So my dupe for Prosecco Pop, believe it or not, is from e.l.f. So I hope that I can find this for you and link it below. I hope it's still available. This is going to fool your eyes into thinking it's not a dupe at first, just letting you know. But this is the e.l.f. Baked Eyeshadow in the shade Enchanted. Here's what it looks like. It literally looks like it would just be like a coral, peachy, kind of golden blush. But when you swatch it, it comes off more gold than anything. And it's the closest thing in my entire collection of highlighters to Prosecco Pop. So we're just going to swatch them so you guys can see for yourself. Okay, so there is Prosecco Pop on my middle finger. Then we're gonna go into the e.l.f. eyeshadow with my ring finger. So there they are on my fingers. You can tell that the e.l.f. one has a lot more peach than the gold one, but they're so similar in real life. It's crazy. And there is Enchanted. So as you can see on the arm, it just kind of looks like Enchanted is more vibrant than Prosecco Pop. Prosecco is definitely a true gold, and that's very hard to find in a highlighter, but it is limited edition, and if you want something similar to it, this Enchanted eyeshadow is as close as it gets in my collection. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So the next highlighter is another BECCA highlighter. Mine is out of the Champagne Glow Trio from Jaclyn Hill. I didn't purchase the full size, but it is BECCA Pearl. So BECCA Pearl is this white highlighter right here. I know that a lot of fair skin tones really love Pearl. It's one of the most beautiful highlighters for fair skin. So I did find a dupe for this, and the dupe that I found also has a lot of other colors in it. And this is the new highlighter from OFRA Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Beverly Hills, and it has a color wheel of highlights in it. And obviously the dupe for Pearl is this white shade right here. So this is another one of those situations where if you bought BECCA Pearl, it would be $40, and this highlighter from OFRA is originally $40, but if you do use my coupon code, you will get 30% off, and you can get this for $28. So you are saving $10, and you also are getting 5 highlight shades in this, and you can consider it 6 if you mix them all together. You can create another color. So this is definitely worth it in my opinion, and wait until you see the pigmentation of this little highlighter. So there's the OFRA highlighter on my middle finger, and then on my ring finger is Pearl. So as you can see, the OFRA one is more of a stark white. So if you want a white that's even more white than Pearl, definitely go for the OFRA. So here they are swatched side by side. This is the OFRA one, and this is Pearl. So again, I have another highlighter from BECCA. This is the very famous Champagne Pop, and I did a whole video on this dupe, so we're gonna keep it nice and short. My dupe is the Wet n Wild Fergie highlighter in the shade Hollywood Boulevard. Now this highlighter is discontinued from Wet n Wild. I don't know if the whole Fergie line is discontinued or if it's just this highlighter, but no one can find this anywhere, and that is because they renamed it, and they renamed it Boozy Brunch. So if you want to find Boozy Brunch, I'm hoping it's exactly the same shade. It looks the same online, and that's the one I'm going to link below. But this is very, very close to Champagne Pop. It's almost an exact dupe for Champagne Pop, and I really do stand by this color. I love it a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch them for you guys. So here they are swatched next to each other. This is Champagne Pop, and this is Hollywood Boulevard. As you can see, Hollywood Boulevard has more reflect to it, and it just has a little bit less peach than Champagne Pop. But again, they're very, very similar, and Wet n Wild is a very cheap alternative. It's $6 versus $38. So next up is a dupe for an eyeshadow that a lot of people use for highlighters. I think Nikki Tutorials has talked about this, I'm not sure. And then Samantha, I know she raved about this. This is the Kat Von D Thunderstruck Metal Crush eyeshadow. These cost $21. This is really, really beautiful for pale skin, but it also looks amazing on a tan because it has a yellow gold undertone to it. It's a very unique kind of iridescent shade, and I think it's very, very beautiful. And I, of course, had to go out and purchase this, and then maybe a year or so later, I finally tried Makeup Revolution, and I tried their Vivid Baked Highlighter in the shade Golden Lights, and this is a very, very similar color, and it's $7 versus $21, so it's a cheaper alternative. And not only that, but I know that this Kat Von D eyeshadow is sold out a lot of the time because of the high demand, so you definitely should check out this Makeup Revolution one before you go crazy trying to find this one. So here they are swatched side by side. As you can see, the Makeup Revolution one has a bit more yellow gold than Thunderstruck, but on the face it's a very, very similar, almost identical finish. So it all depends on how much of a light hand you decide to use. This is very heavily swatched, but they are very similar if you want something with a similar effect. Alright, so those are all of the dupes that I picked out for high-end popular products. I hope that you guys found this video to be helpful and fun. I know that I love dupe videos. I love learning what I might have in my collection that is a dupe for something that's high-end and that I don't need to go purchase after learning about it. So I hope that you guys liked it. If you like dupe videos, then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you want me to do more. I have a huge collection of makeup. Of course, I can dig into it and try to find more dupes for for different things like eyeshadow and blush and other things like that. Let me know if you have tried any of the dupes in this video, and if you have any awesome makeup dupes, leave them in the comments so that I can learn about them and maybe go hunt them down. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I put out new videos every single week, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.